Download this code and get free GPT-4o from codegive.com, link in the description below. Certainly. Adding a Python path in Visual Studio Code, VS Code, allows the editor to recognize the Python interpreter and run Python scripts effectively. Here's a step-by-step tutorial to set up Python in VS Code, including code examples. Step 1. Install Python. Before you begin, ensure you have Python installed on your computer. You can download it from the official site, Python Downloads, https://www.python.org/downloads. Step 2. Install Visual Studio Code. If you haven't installed Visual Studio Code yet, download it from the official site, Visual Studio Code, https://code.visualstudio.com. Step 3. Install the Python extension for VS Code. 1. Open Visual Studio Code. 2. Click on the extensions view icon in the activity bar on the side of the window, or press ctrl+shift+x. 3. Search for Python and install the extension published by Microsoft. Step 4. Open your Python project. 1. Open your project folder by selecting File Open Folder. 2. Choose the folder where your Python files are located. Step 5. Set the Python interpreter. 1. Open the command palette by pressing ctrl+shift+p, or cmd+shift+p on Mac OS. 2. Type Python, select interpreter and press enter. 3. You will see a list of available Python interpreters. Select the one you want to use. If the interpreter you want is not listed, make sure that Python is installed correctly and that the path is added to your system environment variables. Step 6. Verify the Python path. To ensure that the correct Python path is set, create a new Python file, example test.py, and add the following code. Step 7. Run the Python file. 1. Save the file, then right-click in the editor and select Run Python File in Terminal. 2. This will open a terminal at the bottom and execute the code. You should see the Python executable path and version printed in the terminal. Example of adding a custom Python path. If you want to manually add a custom Python path, you can modify your workspace settings. Here's how. 1. Open the command palette, ctrl+shift+p. 2. Type Preferences, open Settings, JSON, and select it. 3. Add or modify the following entry in the settings JSON. Replace C/path to your /python/python.exe with the actual path to your Python executable. Step 8. Restart VS Code. After making changes to the settings, it's a good idea to restart VS Code to ensure all settings take effect. Conclusion. You've now set up Python in Visual Studio Code, selected the interpreter, and verified that the Python path is correct. You can start developing Python applications with the full capabilities of VS Code. If you run into any issues, make sure that Python is installed and added to your system path. The Python extension is enabled in VS Code. You have selected the correct interpreter. Feel free to explore more features of VS Code, such as debugging, linting, and code formatting, to enhance your Python development experience.